You guys have probably all seen this toy before. You push the teeth, and one of the teeth will make the mouth close. And every time it's a different tooth. It's a kid's game, right? But I was just thinking, this would actually be pretty fun for adults, like a good drinking game. If you just put some razor blades along the top of the mouth here. Just take some razor blades and like crazy glue them in here all the way around. That'd be a lot more fun. That's not what this is about. The title of this video is Fantasy Books. Some of you know I enjoy reading. I read when I can, which is mostly on the toilet, which is why I have hemorrhoids. But that's not what this is about. Come on, fuck! It's a green... Oh, it's an old guy in front. I can see him. He's like a fucking... It's a green light, you know, and we're just like putting towards this green light. He's fucking braking! Fuck, man. I know you're old. Okay, on topic here. Yeah, I read a bit of... I read whatever's good. I'll read fantasy. I'll read documentary. I'll read, you know, life stories or war books. You name it. But my favorite is fantasy, and I'll tell you right off. Tolkien, you know, what is it? Lord of the Rings and all that. I read the books. I didn't like them very much. There's so little actual action and stuff that happens to them, and you know, he wastes like fucking 10 pages describing like some new character that just appeared in the book, and then the character like 2 pages later is out of the book and you never see them again. You know, it's like 10 pages describing the guy from his hair to his toenails, and then he stays in the book for like 2-3 pages and then you never see him again. But it just took 10 pages to describe a guy that was only in the story for 2 pages. It's like, what the hell? So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Tolkien. Okay, edit out what just happened because I don't want people to see that, okay? Okay. So to continue on, yeah, I like fantasy, not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. But like, if you like Lord of the Rings, what you should be reading is what I'm about to tell. Like, even if you do like Lord of the Rings, you will like Robert Jordan more. You know, my name, More Death, is from a Robert Jordan book. So if you've already read them, you knew I was going to mention him. But he's not my favorite, okay? And that might be a surprise to you. Right now, my favorite fantasy series is not... Robert Jordan has a series called Wheel of Time. And it is amazing. It's so far there's 12 books in the series. There's supposed to be 12 total, but now it's actually going to be 14. They broke the 12th book up into 3 parts because it was just so... There was so much to finalize. They had to break it up. They actually had Robert Jordan sign a contract that there would be no more than 12 books in the series because they knew it was going to be amazingly popular. Like his I don't know, his producer, I don't know, what's that called? The people that publish his publisher. There you go. The people that publish publisher. His publishers made him sign a contract saying that he wouldn't make more than 12 books in the series because they knew he could drag it out indefinitely. Well, he could if he was still alive, but they didn't know that he was going to die at the time. But what happened was he died right before he made the 12th book, the final book. So they switched. They got someone else to finish it, and the new guy. I'm sorry to say, I don't mean to disrespect Robert Jordan's memory, but the new guy is much better writer. Like, well, he's, in my opinion, okay, I enjoy the 12th book much more than the 11th, the 10th, the 9th, or the 8th. The best books in the series are like the first 3, and then after that, it kind of, the rest are all good, but they're not fantastic like the first 3 are. But then when you get to like the final 3 books, it gets to be fantastic all over again, because the 12th so far is just amazing. It's probably, you know, maybe my favorite in the whole series, and I'm sure like the next 2 are going to be just as good. That woman. Yeah, she got the horn. Yeah, so Robert Jordan, Wheel of Time. If you haven't checked it out, it's a great time to check it out now. By the time you get from the 1st to the 12th book, they'll probably have already published the next 2, and then you'll be able to read the whole series in one go. And I envy you that. I totally envy you that. It sucks reading like one book, waiting a year for the next book, then reading it, and then waiting another year for the next book. Because that's, you know, like, or waiting 2-3 years for some of the books. Sometimes you gotta wait 2 years for one book. So you finish a book, then you gotta wait 2 years to find out what happens. That's nuts. You know, you're much smarter just to wait for all the books to come out and then just to buy them all in one go and read them. And then the series, the fantasy series that is even, you know, better than Tolkien, better than Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, is George R.R. Martin's A Song of Fire and Ice series. I think the series is called Fire and Ice, or A Song of Fire and Ice. I'm not sure. The first book I think is called, I forget. I don't know. The first book of the series is called, and I'll write it in here. It is so awesome. It's just like, and if you're not a big fan of fantasy, but you like reading about the Middle Ages without the magic, then this is a series for you. It's in comparison to like Tolkien and George R. and Robert Jordan. This guy, George R.R. Martin, has the least amount of magic, the least amount of fantasy. There's no trolls. There's no magic. You know, there is a little, but it, you know, like in the first couple of books in the series, there's like none, and in the third, there's like a little. You know, like it's really slow to come. I wish I were slow to come. It would save a lot of embarrassment, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so those are the series. Those are the two series that I highly recommend. The George R.R. Martin series. The books are super thick, and I think there's only about 3 or 4 of them out so far. Robert Jordan books, they're also thick, and there's like 12 of them. But it's, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. If you're young, you know, like, get it. You know, if you're 15 years old or older, you will love both of those series. Robert Jordan it's comparable to Tolkien. It's comparable to Lord of the Rings as with regards to like adult factor, as you know, it's kind of like PG. But George R.R. Martin is like R-rated. There's no descriptives. There's no sex scenes in the books, but there are, like, you know, it will say she was, you know, raped by 30 men, and then they cut out her tongue so she wouldn't tell. It has really, it has some gruesome stuff, but it doesn't go into detail. So it's rated R, but it's not gory or anything. It just has there are some deaths in the story that are pretty intense and whatnot. But it doesn't go into detail for those kind of things. But it has the best duels. It has the best characters. Yeah, and it's more adult. It's more realistic. Robert Jordan and Lord of the Rings. It's all happy. No one dies. This stray dog is called Xiao Bai. Are you Xiao Bai? Are you Xiao Bai? Are you Xiao Bai? Are you not? There's just one stray that I'm really good friends with, and sometimes I have trouble figuring out who he is. No, this is not. You're not Xiao Bai. You're not Xiao Bai. You're the dog that actually fights with my dogs regularly, but that's okay. I still love you. I still love you just because you're a dog. Hey, baby. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, aren't you friendly? This dog's like fairly vicious. It fights with my dogs all the time. But you know, stray dogs have to be territorial. It's a skill that's needed to survive as a stray, isn't it? Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Bye. So as I was saying, yeah, if you don't want to. I would recommend reading Robert Jordan first, because it's really good. It's really good. And I suggest reading George R.R. Martin second, because it's better. You know, don't read the better one first, because then read Robert Jordan first, read the whole series and be like, wow, that was amazing. And then go and read George R.R. Martin's Song of Fire and Ice and be like, wow, I can't believe it's even better than the Wheel of Time. You know what I mean? Okay, so go check those series out.